Hello again! It's Cosplay, and today I'm going to show you how I made my Suicide Squad Harley Quinn cosplay. We're going to start off with her outfit. So this shirt was just a white long sleeve that I got at H&M for like $15. This red stuff was just painted with red fabric paint, and same with like these two stripes, and then sectioned parts of it off with tape so that I could get straighter lines. The part where it says Daddy's Little Monster was just freehanded from Sharpie. I recommend you use a stencil or something, or a more semi-effective or faster way, because this took a really long time to do by hand. And I cut the shirt just wherever I felt was appropriate. For this blue part, I used Jacquard Neopak paints in blue or turquoise, I believe. Basically what I did was you just have a little container, you use a sponge brush, you just scoop a little bit in, water it down, and just paint it on with your sponge brush. For the shorts, I used blue and red lycra, or like dance material. I used about like maybe 0.3. You can also buy pre-made blue and red shorts if you don't want to start from scratch, and then just cut it in half and sew them together. These shorts are actually supposed to be sequined, but since I could only find the red sequins, I didn't actually end up finding the blue one, unfortunately. So in the future I'll have new shorts, but these were about as close as I could get. For the jacket, I used McCall's pattern, which is M7100. Cut it and sewed it as it was, and I used about 2 meters of blue satin and 2 meters of red satin, some red and white stretch fabric. This also has pockets, so I'm really proud of this. It has a black and gold zipper. For the sides, it is a gold ribbon that I got from Walmart for a couple of dollars, like maybe $5 or something. Sewed it straight on, and because it's also kind of like wiry, as you can see, it like bends a little bit weird, but I felt like the sparkly gold really worked well with the jacket. For the back of it, I traced these letters from Chiaro's Kuro costume, I think it's called. I'll link it in somewhere here and also in the description below. Basically what I did was I used gold satin and heat and bond. So what you do is you trace your lettering onto the heat and bond, but you have to do it in reverse because once you iron it on, it'll be the proper way, if that makes sense. This took really long, especially like the smaller letters, but it works really well. It works a lot better than painting it, I find, so yeah, you just copy it out, cut it out, iron it on. Just make sure you don't like press on it for too long, or else some of the letters will melt. And yeah, that's how I made the jacket. It actually looks really cool. So for these shoes, I actually got them online for like $70. I can't actually link these to you yet because I actually got them off a seller who helped me order them, and I actually don't know where she got these, but you can find these pretty much anywhere online. I'm not a huge fan of these shoes. Like, their design is just not my style. So for her puddin necklace, I bought these gold stickers from Home Depot. They were about like $1 or $2. And I stuck them onto craft foam and then just hot glued it onto a piece of clear vinyl, which I measured about, I don't know, I just measured it around my neck, and then this was about 2 inches. And I also added some magnets, and they just stick like that. I use the same letters for the Yes Sir bracelets. These are just craft foam bracelets, which I measured around my wrist. They're spray painted black, but these letters are still hot glued on, and it is attached with Velcro, and they just slip on just like that. For her spiky bracelets, I got these at the Halloween store for like $4 each, and then I just spray painted them gold. And they're also Velcro, and they just go on like that. For the belt, I got this at Canadian Tire, and this was originally a black and white belt. I spray painted this part gold, and as well I spray painted this part black. The buckle was just made out of EVA foam, which I cut into the shape of the diamond with a box cutter, and it's literally just attached by duct tape because yeah, it'll stay. It's just attached by duct tape because I don't know how to make a proper buckle or anything. I got this at the dollar store and I just spray painted it white. She actually has a gun holster, but I didn't have a chance to make it, which I will do later. For her bat, this is actually a wooden bat that I got at Canadian Tire because I couldn't find a cheaper one, unfortunately. Also, for the bat, you have to sand down a layer of shiny stuff because it actually had some labels on it, in which I just sanded it down to get rid of the coating. And then all of this is just written with a Sharpie. There's actually some fake blood on here still. For the goodnight part, I used a font that I actually cannot remember what it's called right now. But I printed it out and I cut out the letters to make myself a stencil. This is just drawn in with Sharpie, red Sharpie and black Sharpie. Also, there are a bunch of quotes on here that I just tried to do as accurately as possible. I think the RPF forum actually shows which quotes are actually on it. I tried my best to be as accurate as possible, but I mean, there's not a lot of reference photos to use right now, but there's like, I think they're pretty accurate. They're just stuff that she says, like, that says like jingle bells, bat girl smiles, bird boy laid an egg, the Batmobile lost a wheel and puddin' got away. Yeah. For the design here, I just used Sharpie, taped off areas which I thought were appropriate. For this part, I used Sharpie and acrylic paint. I recommend making a stencil for this because I had a lot of trouble and difficulty doing this free-handedly, and then which I decided to later just use a stencil because it was just taking so long. This white part is actually supposed to be wooden, but I painted it white because I made a lot of mistakes with the blue diamonds. This is just paper tape. I literally could not find a kind of wrap, a proper wrap for it, so it's just paper tape. I got this wig from Mithro Wigs, and it's a platinum blonde in a Julia, I believe. So it came pre-curled. Unfortunately, it was not parted, so I actually had to re-weft the entire thing myself. Like, I took apart the entire wig, and it was just the net, and I re-wefted everything, and I hot glued all of it on, so it's actually not the best wig. And I glued the top piece where it's supposed to be the skin top right in the front, so it kind of covers up more of the underneath lacing. Then I pigtailed it. The ombre parts were dyed with Jacquard Neopak paints again, and this was also the same paint I used for the sleeve, the shirt sleeve. It's a little bit more faded, but I still think it looks really nice. I used the same brand paint for the pink part, but I believe I got it in magenta. Again, just water it down and then just brush it on lightly with a sponge brush. I actually used Dust Bunny's tutorial for how to use Neopak paints for this wig, so I'll link that tutorial right here probably. Well, yeah, I guess that's how I made my Suicide Squad Harley cosplay. If you have any other questions, do feel free to ask me on my Facebook page or in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was informative enough to help you on your journey to making your Suicide Squad Harley cosplay. So, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!